Sometimes you pray for 1 hour and it feels like it's 10 hours. Or for the first time, you could pray for 1 hour and it feels like 10 minutes. The Lord has brought you far. Hallelujah. I think today we have to finish it. What do you think? So how to make Locus leaders out of your Locus, we are done with that. The things to teach to begin the Locus the Locus leaders to begin the Locus. That is, teach them to read the Bible, teach them to listen to messages, teach them to be lovers of God, teach them to be obedient, teach them to honor, teach them not to give up, and then teach them to sacrifice. I'm so happy that we've talked about all this. Hallelujah. Someone may be like, hey, this man, doesn't he get tired? The Bible says that he gave us the honor even to suffer for the Lord. Now we want to finish this series on what we are learning concerning Locus. The things to teach to keep the Locus leaders. Amazing. So you would have to start from here. They have to know all this. Yes. So from there, so we are looking at the third point. After teaching them all this, because these are also the basics of keeping the Locus leaders. Now, it is easier to get Locus leaders, but very difficult to keep them. And the reason is because they are not well prepared into what they are getting themselves to. Because the moment you become a Locus leader, a lot of things change for you. When you become a Locus leader, you are not just a member. You have been assigned to also be there for someone, to also care for someone, to also advise someone, to also help someone. So if you are to shepherd, advise, pray, care, and do all these things for the other person, then it means that you would have to sacrifice. That's why you have to teach them to sacrifice. Yes. When you come for church, when we close, we've closed, you have gone home. But as a Locus leader, it's not like that. After we close, there will be a meeting with your shepherd or with your elder. Or the meeting will start with your elder. Then it will end with your shepherd. Before you can go home. On Monday you were free. On Tuesday you were free. But you realize that as a Locus leader you will be engaged. Now you see, most people don't anticipate this. So the moment they become a Locus leader and at the end of the day, all these things come into play. They are quick to give up. Do you know that winners never quit and quitters never win? Most people don't know that it is in the sufferings that you will obtain the glory. For example, if you want to get 80% in your resource, what you will do will be different from what someone will get in his resource as, say, 20%. Because what you are doing for the 80% will not be the same for what the one who will get 20% is doing. In life, everything is by sacrifice. Anything you get cheap lives cheaply. And anything you get easily lives easily. Are you with me? So there are some things that you have to fight for. Okay, fine. I woke up today, I want to build a house. Will the house be built? No. It can't be possible. I would have to put in the requirements for the house to be built. All of us, we want successful things, But how many of us are ready for successful things? Are you with me? Imagine Samson Amo will be there. Hello? This week, I want us to be traveling to Canada. So get your passport ready. We will work everything out for you. Now, do you think that I will just say this? No. It will be because of his sacrifices. Be seated. The saxophone, is it saxophone? When Pastor Adiboye, they were a small church and they were growing in the 80s. A church that was very big needed one. And they realized that his guy was very good. So the people told him that we want you to come to our church and play this thing. And every month we will give you $10,000 in the 80s. Do you know what the guy said? He said that I can't betray my pastor. Do you know what Pastor Adiboye said? Pastor Adiboye said that the whole year, even their church account will not reach the 10,000. Where is he going to get that 10,000? But he said that he was so surprised and shocked that even though he has nothing to give him, he can still reject that offer. And he said, if today you see him and I traveling around the world, it's not because it just happened, but it's because of his faithfulness and sacrifice. Are you with me? One day I made a statement that the same job you want or company you want to work in, with your certificate that you are running, they started from the scratch. Yes. They started from the scratch. You know where KFC started? The man's kitchen. Then he took it to a filling station. Then gradually is growing. Today, people who complete university, they work at KFC. They only give you big English. I hope I have not disturbed you. But you see, those people sacrificed. Do you know how KNUSC started? I think it started with either 7 or 10 students. But Kwame Nkrumah was so visionary that these halls that are built, you'll be shocked. One, like when you check the rooms, it was one person to one room. And they were sharing one room as a storage. So let's say 1, 2, 3. So I'm sleeping in room 1. You are sleeping in room 3. And we are sharing room 2 as a storage. Little by little. Now it was 1 to 1 room. No storage. Now it was 1 room to 2 people. 1 room to 3 people. Now it's 1 room to 4 people. 4 and purchase. When you say purchase, no hard drink crashing roommate. Hey, purchase. My fabi mumamia. Hey. It's good to be a purchaser because someone has, like I'm saying, it is good to host a purchaser. It's good to host a picture, but the pictures, they don't understand you are doing them a favor. So they make the room like their room. And they finish you. All your food will be gone. Then they'll bring in their friends. They will hijack the room. Hey, a picture came to my room and brought another picture. Hey. I've not, and they hijacked the room. It's like Reverend Roman and I were in the same room. Then we hosted one man of God who just completed school and was doing masters. So as he was doing the national service, he was doing masters online. So he was still around. Then he also brought another person. So yes, it was bad. Let's end it. My time is going. After that year, I said enough is enough. We won't do this thing again. Hey. When you get to the room, they have brought their friends, they are talking, and a whole lot. Oh, they are all sitting on your bed. You can't even get a place to sit. So as you put your bag there now, you do one or two, you go out again. What helped us was that in the room, it is from meeting to meeting. So it wasn't a bother. But if it was someone who was always indoors, I'm sure I would. Okay, let's continue. They don't know what is they are engaged. They begin to show signs of disloyalty. So I think one of the mistakes we make is that we don't tell them the full thing, or we don't give them the full scope of what is making them a Locus leader. See? So as you are teaching them to sacrifice on discipline, I know Cyril can spell it. Teach them discipline. And in teaching them the discipline, what did I write? Okay, I said teach on discipline. So in the discipline,